Americans and soon-to-be Americans, there is probably the most insane situation going on in the history of America right now. Orange Man gave another speech and the entire world is shaking. He just declassified a lot of the crazy schmipples that's been going on in the Biden administration. Apparently, he spread Biden's butthole for the world to see it where the sun don't shine. Apparently, there's leaked audio of the JFK assassination claiming that it was a former president that called a hit on JFK. That happened. He's also releasing a lot of info on what Biden spent money on. This broke the internet. The world is shaking, and I don't know what happened at all. Literally didn't see this yet. This just happened just a couple of minutes ago. So let's see it, all right? I'm ready. Are they playing Here Comes the Bride? Bro, here comes the bride, and then Trump walks to the... That's so smart. That is so smart. All right, I'm ready. I'm freaking ready. Oh my God, there's leaked audio of the JFK assassination. I'm losing my mind. I am losing my mind. God, I'll show you that at the end if he doesn't talk about it here. But I know that he just releases a lot of incredibly secret information that the Biden people have been doing. I hope he talks about the Gaza condoms. You know what? I don't even want to spoil that for you in case he talks about it. But the Gaza condom situation is my favorite chaos of the day. Subscribe for more chaos. All the chaos that happens, I will be here. People are having meltdowns. That's how I know the speech is good. I judge speeches by their meltdowns. I don't judge it by the content of your character. I judge it by the condoms. Yes, the Gaza condom situation is insane.
Thank you very much. Please, thank you very much.
All right.
Before we begin, I want to provide a brief report on the unprecedented success our country has been witnessing in recent weeks. Since even before the election, we've been making...
I love when he does this so much. I love when he does this. It's like, before talking about anything even remotely important, but I don't want to talk about anything important yet. First, I want to jack off, and I want you all to see it happen. It's important.
Extraordinary progress. The American people gave us a clear mandate to save our country, and we won all 7 swing states by large margins. Historic. Very importantly, we won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes.
Bro.
Also, all 50 states, as you know, shifted toward the Republican Party, and that's never happened before.
This is the crazy. I love that he starts every speech like this. I mean, honestly, could you even blame him? Could you even blame him? Like, before he even starts, he's like, to all the people that are watching this that hate me, I want you to know that your attempts have failed. You suck. Your penis is small. Mine is much bigger.
50, every single one of them. In our first week in office, we set records, taking over 350 executive actions. That's not been done before.
God damn!
And it has reportedly been the single most effective opening week of any presidency in history. And we want to keep it that way. We want to keep it going.
Bro.
We want to keep it going. And we've broken from decades of failed Washington policies and restored common sense and sanity to our government. We've American energy, and we've already achieved record low illegal immigration. As you see, there's nobody trying to get in.
Oh God, dude, bro, Dr. Phil is on the scene. No one wants to get Dr. Phil to walk up to them, squeeze their balls, and ask them to cough and say, "Son, are you an illegal immigrant?"
And that's what we've been waiting for a long time, and gotten woke ideologies out of our government and out of our military. The water has now begun flowing in California as we continue to increase the flow.
What is going on? How did it get to this point? Like, I feel like all the W's he's taking are just W's that were literally designed by the opposing party's absolute goddamn idiocy.
Coming days, nobody's seen anything like that, and I've also taken strong action to regain control of the Washington bureaucracy. Just for clarification purposes, because it was incorrectly reported yesterday, we have informed the federal workforce, which they've looked to do for many years, that if they're working for the federal government, they must show up to the office on time and on schedule.
Why is he even saying this? This is kindergarten shit. What have they been doing for the last 4 years? We have introduced a mandate that our employees need to show up on time. It's like, bro. And they also need to wash their hands after taking a dump in the White House bathroom. Okay? Like, what? Some things don't need to be said. But I guess by the fact that they need to be said, it just goes to show the, like, disarray that's been going on in the past. I have hired someone specifically to take all the letters out of my alphabet soup except for the W's. We only have W's. You are not going to get tired of winning.
We don't want them to work from home because, as everyone knows, most of the time they're not working, they're not very productive, and it's unfair to the millions of people in the United States who are in fact working hard from job sites and not from their home.
Bro knows his fucking audience. He knows exactly who he's talking to, right? You have some guy working in a field and they know that some random White House employee guy is just sitting at home watching Breaking Bad while making believe they're working.
As federal employees, they must meet a high standard. They're representing our government. They're representing our country. If they don't agree,
I mean, it makes sense.
By February 6th to show up back to work in their office, they will be terminated, and we will therefore be downscaling our government, which is something that the last 10 presidents have tried very hard to do but failed.
Dude, I love how half his speeches are like, the last president fucked up, and I'm here to unfuck it up.
Most of the people we're talking about have not been going to their federal offices in many, many years, from even before COVID, but they have nevertheless been paid. Some have worked, some haven't worked, and most of the studies say that some have just gone through the motions. We may ask these people to prove that they didn't have another job during their so-called employment with the United States of America, because if they did, that would be unlawful, as you understand. A lot of people are getting paychecks, but they're actually working other jobs, so they'll have to prove that to us that they weren't. In any event, we're requiring them to show up to work or be terminated. We think a very substantial number of people will not show up to work, and therefore
This is insane. This is crazy. Like, the fact that he's even making like this whole massive part, and dude, why are people having meltdowns over this? Like, the reason why, I want you to understand, my metric for speeches worth watching is if enough people have meltdowns in regards to those speeches. If someone has a meltdown about a speech, it means it's a good speech. That's my metric. And people are having meltdowns. There's no way people are actually having meltdowns about Trump saying people should come to work. Okay.
our government will get smaller and more efficient, and that's what we've been looking to do for many, many decades, frankly.
All right, okay.
Thank you. In addition, there was a short-term pause or funding freeze on certain discretionary spending payments, such as government grants.
Ooh, I see where he's going. Is this... Oh, shit.
Only for us to quickly look at the scams, dishonesty, waste, and abuse that's taken place in our government for too long. As was explicitly stated, this in no way affected Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, or other entitlements that Americans depend on. I've made abundantly clear from the very first day that I ran from office, that was a long time ago now, that's 2015. If you think about it, I announced in 2015 and we won in 2016. We did very well in 2020, but we did really well just recently.
More glazing, more self-glazing. I like every time he does it. On the one hand, it's like frustrating. It's like, oh, stop glazing yourself. On the other hand, I picture in my mind the people with blue hair on TikTok that are actually having meltdowns every time he talks about his success. And then it makes me feel instantly better.
And I'm restating right now to correct any confusion that the media has purposely and somehow, for whatever reason, created Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid have not been affected by any action we're taking in any way, shape, or form. We are merely looking at parts of the big bureaucracy where there has been tremendous waste and fraud and abuse. In that process, we identified and stopped $50 million being sent to Gaza.
He talks about it! Yes! Yes! Oh my God, I feel so vindicated. Okay, wait. Hear this. Hear what he's about to say.
To buy condoms.
$50 million we're supposed to go to Gaza for condoms. $50 million for condoms in Gaza. Guys, do you understand this? Do you understand what your tax dollars have been spending? You've been paying money to taxes to send condoms to Gaza. Oh God, what a glorious day to be alive. Oh, the chaos is so good. Oh God, you don't even understand. It's funnier than you think, by the way, because the thing is, do you know why they were sending condoms to Gaza? Like, do you know why Gaza wanted condoms? So I'll keep you in the loop in case you're curious. Gaza terror, how condoms became a weapon against Israel. 2 years of explosive condoms launched from Gaza towards Israel has left the powerful IDF perplexed. They would take condoms, fill them with flammables, and fly them into fields and blow shit up with condoms. They used condoms as weapons. So when you hear about $50 million being sent to Gaza for condoms, that's why they want condoms. Yeah, this is crazy. This is insane. I would argue that America is sending all these condoms, but the only people getting fucked are not... Bro, that's crazy. Holy shit. Well, anyway, he stopped that from happening. Humanitarian aid, bro. Weaponized condoms is something I didn't expect to hear in my life. Well, listen, they're tactical balloons.
For Hamas.
And fuck. Actual terrorist condoms. What are you doing? Now, this leads you to believe that maybe they were never sending condoms. Maybe it was all for money laundering purposes. But this is an actual thing that the Biden administration wrote down that they were doing. Sending $50 million worth of condoms to Gaza. Do you realize how fucked up this situation is?
50 million. And you know what's happened to them? They've used them as a method of making bombs.
Bro, he actually knew that. Wow, Trump actually knew this shit. That's crazy. Yeah.
How about that? We stopped an attempt to make an illicit payment for illegal alien resettlement. We canceled $181 million in DEI training contracts.
Bro, why was all this money going there? Bro, $181 million in DEI contracts. Holy shit. First of all, you know my feeling on DEI contracts. Anyway, brother.
This is just for the training of people in DEI, which has been terminated.
What do you mean training them? Well, how do you train these people? Dude, DEI is racism, by the way. Okay, it's a twist on racism to make you feel like it's a cure to racism, but it's actually more racism. That's my theory. It's racist against white people. It's also honestly racist against everyone else. It's basically saying you couldn't do this on merit alone, so therefore we're gonna give you an olive branch. DEI is bullshit. It's disgusting. Obviously, it's done as some sort of good thing. Yes, we're doing DEI because we don't like that racism exists. Okay, now, on the surface level, that's a great thing. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion or whatever. Sure. So, on the one hand, you got that. On the other hand, you're telling me that $181 million of this wasn't money laundering? You're telling me this wasn't money laundering? You did not need $181 million for this shit. Like, get out of here, bro.
And completely terminated, and we paused $1.7 billion in unauthorized payments to foreign organizations, including stopping more than $40 million that was on its way out the door to the very corrupt World Health Organization.
Oh, shit.
Which has not done its job and not done it properly. We also...
Bro, they are cleaning up a lot of really bad decisions being made by people. And you wonder why the United States is in debt and they spend $181 million on racism.
We also blocked $45 million for diversity scholarships in Burma.
What is even going on? What is even going on? Why was...
45, that's a lot of money for diversity scholarships in Burma.
Yeah, it is a lot of money for diversity scholarships in Burma. Why the fuck was America even paying $45 million for Burma scholarships? Like, what? Why?
You can imagine where that money went.
Ooh! Bro, okay, I understand why the meltdowns are happening, okay? Before we started this, we asked, why are people having meltdowns? We now know why, in fact, people are having meltdowns. Oh, God, dude, this is crazy. This is money actually just being flushed down the drain.
These were the types of payments, and many others. I could stand here all day and tell you things that we found, and we have to find them quickly because we want the money to flow to proper places. But these were the payments and types of payments affected by the temporary freeze, and the American people strongly support these efforts. I talked about it during the campaign, and they voted for us in record numbers. Every single day, we're now putting America first and fighting to get the most out of every single tax dollar for our great citizens. We've gathered this afternoon to take another historic action. However, in a few moments, the Laken Riley Act will become the very first bill that I proudly sign into law as the 47th President of the United States.
What is the Laken Riley Act? Do we know what law that is? Chat? Do we know what law that is?
Laken was a brilliant and beautiful 22-year-old nursing student from Georgia, the best in her class. She was always the best. They would say, Laken, how do you do this? And what do you do? They were always asking her questions. She was respected by everybody, even her teachers. They respected her so much. From the time she was in first grade,
The immigrant that was caught and let go? She's the girl that was murdered by an illegal immigrant? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Laken knew she wanted to spend her time caring for others. That's what she did. To her friends and classmates, she was a light of warmth and kindness in every single room. To her parents and family, she was everything in the world. They've had a miserable period of time. Just after 9 a.m. last February 22nd, Laken went out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia, but she was just never returned. She never came back, did she, huh? Parents are here. Sister, all of her relatives. While on her run, Laken was attacked, viciously assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and murdered by an illegal alien gang member who was set loose into our country by the last administration. We are deeply honored to be joined today by Laken's parents, Allison and John, and her sister, Lauren. Thank you very much. Thank you. So sad. We were together right after.
Dude, this is awful. Fuck, dude. That's crazy.
After that happened, and it's a tremendous tribute to your daughter, what's taking place today. That's all I can say, but it's so sad we have to be doing it at all. Thank you very much for being here. To Laken's family, we will keep Laken's memory alive in our hearts forever, everyone's hearts. With today's action, her name will also live forever in the laws of our country, and this is a very important law. This is something that is brought down.
Dude, it's crazy. I mean, honestly, it's so nice that Trump is doing it this way. Like, it's such a tragedy. But like, obviously, when a tragedy happens and it's in the past, there's no bringing this person back to life. Okay, there's no bringing this person back to life. Obviously that's fucking awful, but by kind of immortalizing her through this act, at least hopefully this shit won't, at least somehow we can hopefully slow it down. More people meeting this tragedy. Like, it's a really honorable way to go about this, honestly.
Democrats and Republicans together. That's not easy to do. Laken did it. Laken did it. America will never ever forget Laken Hope Riley. The vicious criminal who murdered Precious Laken was an illegal alien member of the barbaric Venezuelan prison gang known as Tren de Aragua. He trespassed across our southern border in 2022 and was apprehended by Border Patrol, but under the cruel policies of the last administration, instead of being deported as he should have been, he was released into the United States, as were millions of other.
That's why whenever you see clips like this, the absolute morons over, like, what's the name of who's that girl? Selena Gomez. Whenever I see clips like this, God, it's so infuriating. It's so infuriating. Every time I see this, it's so frustrating.
Just to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked.
Like, dude, do you realize having mercy for people that are doing crimes like this is not being merciful to the innocent people that are suffering at their hands? Like, why are we having this debate? The fact that the previous people didn't want to look racist, all right? They didn't want to look racist, guys. So what did they do? They just simply took convicted pedophiles and rapists and murderers and put them back on the street, all right? Then you get this bishop, a woke bishop, attacking Trump for this.
Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you, and as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country.
Yeah, which people?
Who are scared now.
Well, you mean the poor illegal immigrants?
Gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some.
This is an embarrassment, honestly, that this happened.
And the people who pick our crops.
Oh, the people that what? That pick your cotton? Is that what you're trying to say?
Our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms.
Oh, the laborers of America.
Who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals. They may not be citizens or have the proper documentation.
Oh, so they're illegal immigrants. Okay,
but
criminals.
The vast majority of immigrants are not criminals.
Yeah, but we were talking about illegal immigrants, which are the targets, and, you know, by the fact that they are illegal immigrants, they are, in fact, criminals. In fact, the Biden administration released some ones that were violent, like this person.
They pay taxes.
Most of them don't. Most of the illegal ones don't pay taxes.
And are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples.
Maybe.
I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities.
What about having mercy on the people that are suffering because of the illegal immigrants?
Whose children fear that their parents will be taken away. And that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution.
Yeah. Anyway, I could keep playing this global retardation, but what are you talking about? You realize Laken Riley is dead because of this shit, okay? So having mercy on some people does not make you a merciful person. If you have mercy on every person that comes to your court, then you're a moron. Like, lady, with all due respect, you're peak brain rot and you should retire. This is awful, disastrous shit. And when you hear stuff like this is an innocent girl that was just murdered by somebody that should have never been in the country to begin with, it's like, why didn't you have mercy on this person? Why does mercy for criminals override the mercy of the citizens that you as a government should be protecting? It's despicable and awful shit.
Other people, many of them very dangerous people. And you see what we're doing? We're getting them the hell out of here.
Hell yeah.
He was soon arrested again in New York City on charges.
He was arrested twice? What? This guy was arrested 2 times? And he was let out again? Oh my God.
Of endangering a child, but because of New York City's deadly sanctuary policies, as we have in California and many other places.
You've got to be kidding
which
me.
we're ending. We're going to end them. He was released again to reoffend. The Biden administration then provided this illegal alien criminal with a free, taxpayer-funded flight from New York to Georgia, where he was arrested yet again. Constantly, this time for stealing from a Walmart along with his gang member brother, who was a bad one. Only after being released a 3rd time by the U.S. law enforcement did this cold-blooded criminal go out in that fateful morning hunting for women.
Oh my God, dude.
On whom to prey. That's what he did. He hunted. It was like a hunter. And we're going to show him who the hunter is. This horrific atrocity should never have been allowed to happen. And as president, I'm fighting every single day to ensure that such a tragedy never happens again. We don't want this to happen.
That's fucking awful. I am like shocked and appalled. The fact that this happened. Hunter hunted like a hunter. Okay, listen, let him talk, okay? This is insane. This is insane. I am like shocked at how awful this is. This guy was arrested 3 times! 3 times! Hunter hunted like a hunter. And he murdered like an innocent girl. Like, dude, and people have the fucking audacity to claim that it's mercy? It's mercy to let these people out of prisons? Dude, all your woke, tolerant brain rot is corrupting you. Like, what are we talking about? This is not mercy. Justice is mercy, in my opinion. Because if you take justice on a violent person, then you're having mercy on all their future victims. Fuck, this is awful. Bill named after slain Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. Laken Riley Act requires the detention of unauthorized immigrants accused of theft and violent crimes. The bill gives individual states some power to set immigration policy. Holy crap. And people dare have meltdowns over this because you know that the media just spins this every time. Then the media comes along and the media spins it to, oh, the poor immigrants, they don't feel safe in their homes. God damn.
And under the law, thank you. Under the law I'm signing today, the Department of Homeland Security will be required to detain all illegal aliens who have been arrested for theft, burglary, larceny, shoplifting, assaulting a police officer, murder, or any crime that results in death or serious injury. In addition, for the first time ever, this act gives state governments the ability to sue the federal government for immediate injunctive relief if any future administration ever again refuses to enforce the immigration laws of the United States, like happened for 4 long years.
It's crazy. It's insane. How did this get so out of hand?
And that was happening for 4 long years.
And yes, by the way, there are meltdowns happening about this speech.
Frightful years. Amazing. You'd say, how can people do this? How can they allow this to happen? How can they allow criminals to pour into our country and then try and defend it? And they're still trying to defend it. but they can't. That's why I'm here instead of somebody else, actually. It's the biggest reason. I believe it's the single biggest reason. Inflation was horrible. Many things were horrible during that administration.
All right, let's see you fix it, Orange Man. All right, it's still expensive.
When you look at what took place in Afghanistan, the way they got out, not that they got out, but the way so many things were horrible. But to me, this was the worst of all. It's a landmark law that we're doing today. It's going to save countless innocent American lives. I want to thank every House Republican, every Senate Republican, as well as the 12 Senate Democrats and the 48 House Democrats who voted to pass this vitally important bill, and many of them are with us today, and I really do appreciate it. And I very much especially appreciate the bipartisan support. The Democrats, really a big percentage of them came through, and plenty.
It's crazy seeing so many Democrats actually flip this time around. Like, it's wild watching these numbers.
If them wanted to, they probably felt they couldn't, but they really wanted to. That they don't understand that would have made them a lot more popular, would have made them a lot better with their people. The ones that didn't are going to be sorry, because the people are not going to forget that they wouldn't sign. This is a perfect, incredible tribute to an unbelievable young lady. We're joined today by many great supporters of our new strong border policies, and they are indeed strong, including Vice President Vance. Thank you, JD. The Secretary, Scott Bessent, who just got approved, by the way. Where's Scott? He just got approved. Scott, I'm very impressed. He got a lot of Democrat votes. He got a lot of Democrat votes. It's great. I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'll have to think about that. Secretary of Homeland Security, who's going to be fantastic. I know her so well, and I know it's probably not complimentary because she is a woman, but she is. Where is she? Where is Christy?
What did he just say?
Christy.
Oh my God.
Great. Stand up, please. You have such an important job to do. Really great. Thank you very much. And don't let that look fool you. That look is, she's tough, and she cannot stand that she's having to sit here.
What do you mean, don't let that look fool you? What is he? Oh, no. Don't let that look fool you. She may be a woman, but she's tough. She's tough as nails. You know, some women, they're tough.
But listen to this today. Another one who's done a job like nobody that I've seen in a long time. Tom Homan, he's my friend, but he...
Oh, God, dude, the borders are...
...is something special. He's something special. Right.
We call him the wall.
Yeah, the numbers are unbelievable. What's happened? It's like just shut down. Nobody thought that was even possible. It's just shut down. They showed a...
Yeah, honestly, even I'm a skeptic. I did not think that they would be this efficient with getting rid of violent illegal immigrants. I am shocked. We need Dr. Phil here.
An area that...
Shout out to Dr. Phil McGraw, known for somehow being around while violent illegal immigrants are deported. He's famous for sending them to the farm. He sends them to the ranch.
A year ago had thousands and thousands of people rushing into our country, and today there was nobody there.
Not one person entered the country illegally that day. Fuck. Oh, why is that like even a big flex? Like, bro, that should be the standard. You know, the craziest thing that's happening to me right now is that so many things that are just like common sense, basic bitch shit hasn't been done for years. No one illegally entered the country. Wow, this is huge news. But it is huge news because absolute failures made it just a standard that would always happen.
It was like a beautiful sight. And also Senate Majority Whip John Barrasso. Great guy. Thank you, John. And I also want to thank the bill sponsors, Senator Katie Britt. Katie, thank you, Katie. And Congressman Mike Collins. And Mike, you were fantastic from Georgia. He took this, he loves this state, and he took this very personally. So it's thank you very much, Mike. As well as Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley. Chuck is here someplace. Chuck, thank you very much. You look great. And House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan, who's a special guy, special man. And House Homeland Security Committee Chairman...
Special guy, special man. He has autism. We love him.
Mark Green. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. And we have many other congressmen and senators, but I'm not going to introduce because this is about your daughter. This is about something...
Anyway, many other senators, whatever. They're famous somehow.
That's so important, and we're going to just go along. Thank you also. We have to say Burt Jones is in the room, and Burt is your lieutenant governor, and he was on this like you wouldn't believe.
Can you imagine Biden saying all those names in a row? I can't.
Thank you very much. I see you sitting there. Thank you very much. So we have state, local officials, we have law enforcement organizations, we have everybody. Most of them are in the room or represented in the room, and they're incredible people, and I've never seen them come together like they have for this. I've done many of these, not of this kind, but different bills, different passages having to do with many different things, from homeland security to inner security to taxes to 50 different items. I've never seen such support as you have today and as your great daughter has today. So I've never seen anything like it. And we have to thank your daughter for that, because she's going to save a lot of lives. She's going to be responsible for saving a lot of lives.
Honestly, this is such a good way to honor a victim in like something, an instance like this. Obviously, you can never bring their daughter back to life. That can't happen. But moving forward, like if she is somehow involved in the protection of other people, that they don't go through what she went through, like that is a really noble thing to do.
So I'd like to just say to the Angel families, I've been with them and they've been with me from 2015 when I first got this crazy idea in my head to run for president because we can do better as a country. I want to thank so many of the people that are here that have been...
Today we're investing in necromancers. We don't want China to invent necromancers first. China, China. I love China. They're so big. They're huge. They're really large. They're large and big, but we don't want China to invent any form of necromancy before we do.
The angel moms, and we call them angel moms, but they're angel families, fathers and sons and daughters, but they've suffered tremendously like you have for no reason whatsoever. I want to thank Alexis Nungari, the mother of 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungari, murdered last summer by 2 illegal alien gang members released into the United States by Joe Biden's open border.
Oh, God, it hurts. Every time I hear of a victim of an illegal immigrant, it hurts. It hurts. Every time I hear of a victim of any form of crime, it hurts. When it's an illegal immigrant, it hurts more. When it's an illegal immigrant that was already caught, that was already convicted, that was already imprisoned, and then let go back into the freaking ecosystem, it's almost as if the people that let him go contributed to that crime. It's so hard to hear every single time.
Stupid policies. And thank you very much, Alexis. I want to thank you very much. We had an amazing trip, and it was really special to meet you and your family. Appreciate it very much. So sad we have to be here, frankly. And Jocelyn, as you know, is in our hearts as she was then. It was an amazing day we had, a great day. But it was a day of celebration of somebody that unfortunately won't be with us, but she is with us now. You know that. Here also is Patty Morin, the mother of Rachel Morin, killed 2 years ago by an illegal alien who was let into our country by the last administration's ridiculous, weak policies. Open border, can you imagine? When I heard open border, I said, oh, that's terrible. They're going to release their prisons all over the world. They're going to release their prisons into our country. That's exactly what happened.
I mean, to be fair, if I was a little country somewhere next to the United States, why should I pay for food of my prisoners if I could simply just let them into the United States without supervision? Why? Why would I do that? They're taking our shit. Why should I deal with it? Why should I pay for food and upkeep of my prisoners if I could just let them go to the United States? They're taking our dregs of society. So why not? Fuck, dude. Turns out borders are important. Shocker.
He is joined by Rachel's brother, Michael, Rachel's daughter, Clementine, and sister-in-law, Shannon. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. With us as well is the loving family of Kayla Hamilton, a 20-year-old girl murdered in July 2022 by the MS-13 illegal alien gang member who is violent, vicious, and they knew it, and they didn't do anything about it, and I want to thank you.
It's painful to listen to this, to be honest. Him just listing off all the people in this room who has a child that was murdered by a illegal immigrant that was released into society. It hurts every single time. But I'll be honest, I think it's important to hear. Because every time you see clips of people crying about being deported, you have to realize why these laws are implemented. And I'll be real, I think that you have all forms of unbelievable amounts of empathy towards the people crying about being deported. But there is like no empathy to the victims of why the border policy needs to be more important. It's tragic.
You to Kayla's mother Tammy and her grandmother Kathy and her stepfather Jeremiah very much. And finally, I want to thank others who have also suffered this horrible scourge that goes on.
The thing is, this is a tragedy that's obviously done by incompetence. Where was the Biden administration apologizing to these people? Because it was their fault. It was largely their fault. Like, God.
With young people being killed, and other people too, but young people, largely young people being killed. Thank you to Scott Root, the father of Sarah Root, killed at 21 years of age. Think of that, 21 by an illegal alien, shouldn't have been in our country, would have never been in our country if we were here. What a sad thing. To each of these angel families, we love you and we stand in awe of your courage and your strength. It's the toughest thing anybody has to go through. Many of the angel families here today were betrayed by the last administration and with its heartless and foolish and really very, very arrogant and very, very dumb policies that aren't even believable when you talk about common sense.
I mean, it's policies that are directly resulting in your innocent civilians getting murdered. That is the result of these policies. Bro, I don't want to get all crazy here and say their blood is on the hands of these people, because that only Nux when he says crazy, unhinged shit like that. But to all the people that are fucking crying and having meltdowns about the poor illegal immigrants, it's like, they need to watch this. They need to watch this.
We're the party of common sense, but the Democrats also, they have plenty of common sense, and that's why so many are here today and so many supported what we're doing. The very government that was supposed to protect their daughters instead opened our borders and transported the world's most dangerous criminals straight into their communities.
That's feminism, ladies and gentlemen. Feminism. We let illegal immigrants rape our women. Let's go. Feminism, guys. Hell yeah. Let's go. We do it, baby. We respect women so much. We let trans athletes beat them up in sports. That's our respect for women. It's our respect for women that causes us to go this far. I love women.
They came from prisons and jails and insane asylums and mental institutions from all over the world, not just South America. People think South America. They come from all over the world. They come from every continent, and they came here by plane, and they were loaded onto buses, and they were driven right up to our border, and they drove right through the border, and nobody even said a word to them. And in those buses and those cars and those trucks were some of the meanest criminals anywhere in the world. As of last September, 425,000 illegal alien criminals were roaming free, including 13,099 convicted illegal.
What?
Roaming free, including 13,099 convicted illegal alien murderers, of which about...
Wait. There were 13,000 illegal immigrant convicted murderers wandering around free. Is that a real number? Please tell me he pulled that out of his ass, because if that's true, that's unconscionable horror.
Almost 50% killed more than one person, and they were roaming all over the country in our
oh my God.
Farms in our cities.
Did he say 13,000 illegal immigrant convicted murderers were free or wandering around in the country? All leftists in chat, fact check that, okay? All right, fact check that. Dude, that's why I love being chaotic neutral. I got some fucking crazy fact checks in chat all the time. Let's see it.
Under the Trump administration, we're moving with urgency and speed to get these vicious and violent criminals the hell out of our country.
I'm just saying, if all my fact checkers don't come up with anything, any other real numbers, then I'm gonna believe this one. I'm just saying.
And to restore law and order to our suburbs, our cities, and our towns. And we're going to do it with Tom and with Christy and with all of the people.
Dr. Phil.
People that are working so hard on this. This week, compared to a comparable time a year ago, think of this, the number of illegal border crossers has already...
Okay, I'm just saying, I'm starting to buy it. I'm starting to buy it. Sorry, chat. All this time, you were able to look into this. I guess I'll have to do it. Illegal immigrants, murderers. All right, let's see if someone debunks this. I just want to see. I'm curious. Okay, so I want to see the debunk thing. We fact check things here. All right, there are not 13,000 illegal immigrant murderers roaming free on American streets. All right. That's a long article. All right, let's see if it's legit. Immigration and Customs recently responded, question on non-citizen criminals on ICE's docket. The data letters blew up in a big way. Okay, commentators focused on the claim. ICE did not detain 13,000 immigrants convicted of homicide. They tended to misunderstand the data. Okay. The first untrue claim of the data is the 13,000 non-detained migrants convicted of homicides free to roam the United States. That's not true. Migrants incarcerated for homicides are considered non-detained by ICE when they're in federal prisons. ICE use the term non-detained, they mean not currently detained. What? That's the same thing. In other words, the migrant murderers included in their letter are overwhelmingly in prison serving their sentences. After they serve their sentence, the government transfers them onto ICE's docket for removal from the United States. He was literally telling the truth! So he was actually just telling the truth. They served time in prison, but they're back on the streets. He was literally telling the truth. They're trying to make it like a whole big lie, but he literally didn't lie. They're illegal immigrants that committed murders that are currently free in the United States. Yes, some of them had prison sentences in the past, but he was actually just telling the truth. This is the article debunking it. There are not illegal immigrant murderers roaming free in the United States, and there literally are. Dude, when ICE uses the term non-detained, they mean not currently detained. In other words, they're serving their sentences. After they serve their sentences, the government transfers them onto ICE's docket for removal. Bro, what is going on? The second untrue claim, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, whatever. The point is, why are they even in the country at all? If they're an illegal immigrant, they shouldn't be here. And if they're a murderer, then fuck these guys. Bro, stop semantically arguing. This is insanity.
Fallen by more than 100%. And because the election was coming, they started getting a little bit tougher on the border. They tried to follow our policies, and they did much better, but it still was horrible. The numbers were still horrible, so that's 100% over those. They only did it because of the election, so they knew what they were doing was wrong. And those who do cross the border, and you're seeing that every time, all you have to do is turn on your television set or pick up a newspaper, read any form of new media, because we have a lot of new media today, fortunately.
Hi, I'm
that's
new
letting
media.
the word get
Nice
out.
to meet
but
you.
They're watching these people be
No, but it's important. It's important to know what's happening.
captured and removed from our country. ICE arrests have risen by 15 times in just a short period. And over the past 8 days, the heroes of ICE and Border Patrol, we can never forget Border Patrol. Those people, I've gotten to know so many of them. Our border czar, as you remember, never went to the border and never made a phone call. She was the border czar. She never...
Wait, Kamala was the border czar and she never went to the border? No. What? Dude, this is chaos. What is happening? Anyway, subscribe for more chaos.
Never made one phone call. They went to the heads of border. They went to the heads of ICE. Did you ever get a call? No. And she admitted she never made one call, but she was the border czar. And that's exactly what our border was all about. The heroes of ICE have arrested thousands and thousands of illegal alien criminals, including hundreds of gang members, traffickers, child predators, terrorists, and murderers. For the first time in history, we're loading dangerous and illegal aliens into military aircraft and flying them back to the places from which they came. You probably read about Colombia.
Back from whence they came. Bro's like fucking Gandalf over here. You shall not pass! Slams his orange meat into the ground.
2 days ago, they
Return from whence you came!
said, no, we're not taking them. I said, we're going to take them. You're going to take them. You're going to like it, too.
Oh my god. You're gonna take him. They're your people. You're gonna take him. You're gonna like it. Be quiet. Be silent.
You're going to take them.
I didn't say you have the right to speak. Freedom of speech is an American right, not yours. You take them back. Shut the fuck up and take your people back. I don't make the rules. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I'm orange and I'm here to stay.
They talked about we're not going to take people that are in shackles. I said, well, but the people that are in shackles are murderers. They're drug lords. They're rapists. They're very tough people. They make our
I saw them loading them onto the plane in shackles.
criminals look like very nice people. That's about the only thing that comes out of this. And I say, could you imagine you're a pilot on the plane and you have your co-pilot and you're sitting there and you have 150 people, no shackles, and they like to murder people? And this
Just the way he talks, bro. Oh my god.
this would not be a good flight.
No. That would not be a good flight at all.
So actually,
my
Colombia
God.
apologized to us profusely within an hour.
Yeah, that was insane. God, this is going to be a gold star in his resume forever. Every time he talks about foreign policy, he's going to mention this Colombia sham.
Based on something I said, meaning you're going to pay tariffs like nobody's ever paid tariffs before, but they actually wanted to terminate his position.
Oh, God.
They're essentially Congress met and they were very angry with them, but they actually said they were going to send the presidential plane to pick up these criminals and to bring them because they didn't want to inconvenience us
Oh, my God. That is so crazy.
or have us do a second flight, and that's what they did.
Bro, Colombia, honestly, you're nothing against you guys, but your president made such a fool out of your country. Like, with all due respect to any Colombians watching this video, your president, whoo, your president absolutely humiliated your entire country. Trump said take back your illegal immigrants. They said no. Trump said tariffs. They instantly folded. Then the Colombian president just started cursing Trump out, calling him a Nazi and shit. Oh my God. It's like, it's the actual playbook of how to be a giant, wet fucking pussy.
And I appreciate it. And I do appreciate the people of Colombia are wonderful people. And the representatives really acted well. And I appreciated they took back that tough talk. But, you know, we may have tough talk from others, but it's not going to mean anything. They're going to all take them back, and they're going to like it too. They're going to like
They're going to like it too. Oh my God, bro. Trump is looking at them with crazy eyes. What is going on? I'm going to roofie the president, and he's going to like what we do to him.
Like it. They're going to take it back, and they're going to like it. Today, you're
going to take it, and you're going to let it swirl around in your mouth a little bit. You're going to show it to me, and then you're going to swallow. You're going to enjoy every moment of it.
Also signing an executive order to instruct the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security to begin preparing the 30,000-person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay. Most people don't even...
Oh my God, what? Wait, what's he doing?
Preparing the 30,000-person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay.
Oh my God, he's making a fucking giant illegal immigrant prison in Guantanamo Bay.
Most people don't even know about it. We have 30,000...
We call it Greenland too, because that's what we're going to be doing with Greenland, by the way.
...beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them...
Guantanamo is back, motherfuckers. What is going on? Orange Man just literally going crazy.
So bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back, so we're going to send them out to Guantanamo.
Wait! So the really dangerous illegal immigrants, they're not even returning them to their own countries because they don't trust the home countries to not send them back. So they're making Australia too for dangerous illegal immigrants. Bro's reopening the camps. What is happening?
This will double our capacity immediately, right? And tough. That's a tough place to get out of.
Holy shit. We playing for keeps, bro. Oh my God.
Today's signings bring us one step closer to eradicating the scourge of migrant crime in our communities once and for all.
Australia was such a good idea. It was so great. We love what they did with Australia back in the day. Don't worry, guys. It's going to be good. All of them. We're going to put them on Guantanamo Bay. Hard to get out. We are releasing crocodiles into Guantanamo Bay just to see how it works there. Yeah, we're intruding a lot of the Florida wildlife crisis. We're adding them to Guantanamo just to see how it works.
And it was just it's just an unforced error that we even have to be doing this. Now we need Congress to provide full funding for the complete and total restoration of our sovereign borders, as well as financial support to remove record numbers of illegal aliens. And these are illegal alien killers, criminals at levels that nobody's ever seen before. And you would have known that. And you were there when I said it. I said everybody that's bad is going to be thrown. If you look at Venezuela, Venezuela's crime is down 77% because they've taken their gang members, their prisoners, their drug dealers, their drug lords. They've shipped them all into the United States. Many other countries, their crime is way down, and our crime is not doing well. But we're going to have it do really well very soon, and we're shipping.
Oh my God, dude! He's just slapping his cock on the table, and bailiff, smack his nuts.
All these people back where they came from. And now, before I sign the Laken Riley Act into law, I would like to ask Laken's really incredible mother, who I've gotten to know. A very sad day I got to know her. But this is an amazing tribute to an amazing young person. And if you could come up, Allison, and say a few words, that would be great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Trump. We would like to thank Senator Katie Britt for her diligent bipartisan work to get this bill through the Senate. We'd also like to thank Congressman Mike Collins for his unwavering passion and for leading on the Laken Riley Act from the start. Our family will forever be grateful for the prayers of the people across our nation and for helping to get this legislation into law. We also...
Dude, when you see just like a heartbroken mother talk about this shit, and it's like, and really deporting them, it's mercy to not deport these people.
I want to thank President Trump for the promises he made to us. He said he would secure our borders and that he would never forget about Laken. And he has. He's a man of his word. We trust that he will fight for the American people. Most importantly, I want to thank our our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because without his sacrifices, Laken's story would have ended on that horrific day that she was taken from us. But because of him, we can continue living knowing that we will see Laken again. There's no amount of change that will ever bring back our precious Laken. Our hope moving forward is that her life saves lives. We're so thankful that her passion for helping others and her legacy for doing good in the name of Jesus Christ will carry on. Thank you.
It's like actually heartbreaking, bro. Actually heartbreaking shit.
Thank you. I'm going to sign this in honor of Laken Riley. Come on up here, some of the people that we love and so instrumental.
Well, yeah, and then he signs it. He signs it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, anyway, that was crazy. That was an insane speech. I don't know, man. Like, you could make the argument that the reason why he's calling it the Laken Riley Act and he's having all these people there is you could argue that he's doing it all for the social media grift so that people could love him more. But honestly, it's a good thing to do, regardless. You could make the argument Orange Man is he's just playing the crowd, he's just doing his thing, but I'll be real, I'll be honest. It doesn't fucking matter, even if that is true. It doesn't fucking matter. Shit, dude, this is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. How dare people have meltdowns over this speech and over this situation? Like, obviously, it's the talking points of, oh, illegal immigrants, we should remove them. That's racism. Anyone that has that argument after seeing this shit is like, guys, wake up, bro. Having mercy towards certain people that actively victimizes other people, that's not mercy. I'll just be honest. I'll just be upfront. That was a good fucking speech. Trump knew exactly what he was doing. He definitely did. And while, yes, you could argue Trump is just a 4K super genius mega ultra planning maneuver that he's doing this in front of the people, you could make that argument. But dude, this was a good fucking speech. Like, it really was. And I think he did a good thing. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Shout out to people absolutely furious at murderers that are getting deported. I feel for you, sort of. Not so much. But definitely enjoy. Stay weird, fam. We'll be back with more chaos next time. Hopefully nothing too heart-wrenching. We're doing wholesome shit here, all right? Let's talk about $50 million of condoms allegedly getting sent to Gaza, all right? Let's talk about shit like that. Now that's comedy, guys. That's tragedy. Tragedy. What fucking happened in the last administration? Anyway, bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.